The eighth point of the peace formula requires assessment of environmental damage caused by war, as well as demining and restoration of territories. For the Indian society, this point is the closest. In recent years, the country has been working to normalize the environmental situation. The Ukrainian ambassador to India, Alexander Polishchuk, said that he expected New Delhi to authorize the participation of Indian companies in demining the territory of Ukraine. At the same time, Kyiv expects that India will join the implementation of the other points of peace formula as well.
We expect India to take a more active role in addressing issues related to nuclear security. This is also one of the areas that are understandable for India in terms of the development of nuclear energy here, and in terms of absolute rejection of the threat of the use of nuclear weapons. Alexander Polishchuk, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Ukraine to the Republic of India, in an interview with Voice of America.
According to the Ukrainian diplomats, Indian society generally supports Ukraine, and the country's authorities adhere to the policy of non-interference. Other states, such as Israel and Switzerland, act in the same way. Experts do not expect them to support all Kyiv's proposals at once. However, they may well be expected to help in the implementation of certain points of the peace formula.
It's the right policy. You have to start somewhere where there is understanding. This is a common practice in diplomacy when controversial issues are left behind and cooperation begins with common problems. The rest of it will depend on our success, our victory in the war, and so on. Then we can count on broader support. But we should start where there are no problems. Therefore, this is the right tactic.
Since the beginning of Russia's full-scale war against Ukraine, India has insisted on its neutrality. At the same time, New Delhi is trying to get the maximum benefits from the trade with Moscow by importing Russian resources at low prices. Thus, trade turnover between India and Russia tripled at the first half of 2023. India has not yet condemned Russian aggression against Ukraine, but Prime Minister Narendra Modi has repeatedly and harshly criticized Putin for nuclear and food blackmail. This ambivalent stance reflects New Delhi's policy in general.
More than just balancing key relationships, what India is attempting in geopolitics is to bridge divides. Over the course of the Ukraine war, India has been in conversation with both Putin and Zelenskyy, and at the same time, Prime Minister Modi was also speaking regularly with Western leaders like Biden and Macron. Often, the parties would use India to get messages across to the other side. Ajay Bizaria, India's former ambassador to Poland, Pakistan and Canada, in a commentary to Deutsche Welle.
After the start of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, India has begun to phase out Russian arms. Earlier, up to 65% of purchases came from Russia, Reuters report. Since 2022, New Delhi has been reorienting towards supplies from the USA and European countries. According to Ukrainian Ambassador to India, Alexander Polishchuk, the Defense Ministry is studying in detail the experience of the Ukrainian army in working with Western weapons systems. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Danila Kobza, UATV News.